So that's who MAGA is attacking. Bloody mass deportations. That's their agenda right now. They're going to replace those hardworking migrants with who? Red hat wearing MAGA followers? Is that the game plan? Well, now farmers, probably some of whom voted for Donald Trump, they're saying we need exemptions. We need exemptions from the bloody mass deportations. So we're cool with your bloody mass deportations of the other migrants, but can we get the farmer exemption, despite the fact that Donald Trump has said it's bloody mass deportations for anybody here? It's worksite raids. That's what Donald Trump said. Here's the article from Reuters. U.S. farm groups want Trump to spare their workers from deportation. So it says, U.S. farm industry groups want President-elect Donald Trump to spare their sector from his promise of mass deportations, which could upend a supply food chain heavily dependent on immigrants in the United States illegally. By the way, and also migrants who are here legally. Remember what J.D. Vance and Donald Trump were saying about Haitian migrants and others who have lawful status here? They said they're going to revoke that lawful status. Remember what Trump did during term 1 by trying to get DACA overruled and deport DACA recipients who are working here very productively, helping our economy? And by the way, some of these farm groups are people who supported Donald Trump. And now they're saying, but deport the others. Don't deport us. But you have Tom Homan, Donald Trump's border czar, who wrote the Project 2025 section on bloody mass deportation, saying we're coming after anybody. Anyway, I digress. Keep reading this article. So far, Trump officials have not committed to any exemptions, according to interviews with farm and worker groups and Trump's incoming border czar, Tom Homan. Nearly half of the nation's approximately 2 million farm workers lack legal status, according to the Department of Labor and Agriculture, as well as many dairy and meat packing workers. So I'm trying to understand this Trump policy. It's let's do tariffs on American companies passing a tax on to consumers, 20, 25%, 2,000%, or whatever Donald Trump's been saying. So let's do that. Then let's do bloody mass deportations and take away a major portion of America's labor force, deport them, which will cost billions of dollars to do, and then screw up the economy as well by not having a workforce. Oh, and then by the way, you have Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, as well as Marjorie Taylor Greene, and we're going to fire tens of millions of people who work in the federal government and people who work in various agencies. Let's just do mass deportations, mass layoffs, put tariffs on American companies and pretend that we're going after China. This is the stupidest plan, dangerous plan ever. It goes on to say, this is how Reuters writes it. Trump, a Republican, vowed to deport millions of immigrants in the U.S. illegally as part of his campaign to win back the White House, a logistically challenging undertaking that critics say could split apart families and disrupt U.S. businesses. It's not critics saying it. It's Trump saying it. Bloody mass deportations. It's going to be a bloody affair. When asked if they're going to separate families, they say yes. They say, well, if you're here illegally, we don't care if we separate families. We'll tear you apart. We will send the United States military knocking on your doors. And if state governments block us, we'll send more in. You have some Republicans, like when Rand Paul, you saw maybe this video I did yesterday, when you have MAGA Republican Rand Paul saying, I don't know. I don't think we should send the military into the streets. And Donald Trump and Tom Homan and other MAGA Republicans saying, do it. Tells you a lot right there. It goes on to talk about, various leaders of, farm trade organizations, probably many who voted for Donald Trump, saying that, look, we're looking for exemptions and we're trying to, we're trying to get certainty and we're trying to see if we can improve H-2A visa programs that get workers here legally. Okay, let's be very clear. There was a bipartisan border deal that dealt with these issues that Donald Trump said, kill the bill. because he wants bloody mass deportations. He doesn't want a humane way of dealing with this. By the way Republican Senator from Oklahoma, James Langford, negotiated with the Democrats, Trump wants it bloody. He wants the military marching, knocking on doors. That's what he's saying that he wants. That's the policy. And so now you want exemptions? I want to share this with you right here. This is from the Go Farm Yourself podcast. It's a new podcast that came out. And here's what they say. Agriculture, and specifically the dairy industry, needs different H-2A regulations. What effect do you think deportations will have on the economy? And so here they're just speaking with farmers and people in the farm industry. And here's what they say. Play this clip.
I think the deportation of 1.3 million illegals is going to be inflationary. Now, does it need to happen? Sure. Do we need to know who comes in this country? Sure. I think the dairy industry needs a better H-2A program. The current program allows people to come to the U.S., but then they have to go back home after 6 months. And the program was designed, at least this is the one we have in Washington State, was designed for harvesting of fruits and vegetables. Well, as a dairy farmer, we need them year round. And having somebody work for us for 6 months and then leave again, they're just getting started after 6 months. And so we need to have a longer term work visa, and it would work amazing for some 18-year-old kid comes to the US, he gets a place to live, he makes $18 an hour, and he works for 5 years, saves up all his money, and after 5 years he goes back home to Mexico and he's got a paid off house.
Yeah.
And it'd be a great program.
So now I want to share this with you right here. This is from the United Farm Workers. And they highlight people, migrants, human beings, illegal aliens. No, these are human beings who deserve dignity, who are contributing to our great economy. This is Sonia. She labors 8 to 9 hours a day, 5 days a week, kneeling on the damp earth to harvest the leeks we enjoy on our Thanksgiving stuffing. Hashtag we feed you. This is Juan. Juan has spent 10 years harvesting sweet potato in California. While the machine picks up most of the vegetables, he often has to get on his knees and dig out the sweet potatoes the machine left behind. He does this up to 10 hours a day, 5 days a week. And again, we're going to get the red hat wearing MAGAs. They're going to be doing this work. Here, play this clip. What we should be trying to figure out is how we treat these hard-working people who are helping our country with dignity. How do we bring more humanity into people who are making the American economy thrive? What can we do to help their conditions? Not treat them as illegal aliens. By the way, you want to know my view? We should have a strong border. We absolutely should. And we should be humane to people who help, though, contribute to our economy. If you are a criminal, if you are a terrorist, I want the full force of the law against you. Absolutely, full stop. But if you're here to work hard in jobs that Americans are not doing, and you're contributing to our country, and you're trying to support your family, I don't want to demonize these people and treat them subhuman. These are human beings, damn it. This is Trinidad. She brings different fruits to your table from the state of Washington. She wants the right to work without fear of a bloody mass deportation for her 2 young sons. And as the United Farm Workers say, she's ready to take action and keep pushing ahead. Here she is.
Hola, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Trinidad, vivo en el estado de Washington. Yo he trabajado 4 años en el field piscando pera, manzana, cherry, durazno y otras frutas que se dan. La verdad, también me gustaría un día poder arreglar para no tener miedo de que un día nos deporten y que nuestros hijos queden desamparados. Yo tengo 2 niños aquí y vamos adelante, sí se puede.
Here's Guadalupe. She only wants to be able to work without fear of deportation. She says it will take all of us coming together and fighting for immigration reform. Play this clip.
Trabajo en la agricultura en Sunnyside, Washington. Para mí sería un gran logro que nos dieran una reforma migratoria para los agricultores, y llegar a nuestra casa sin tener el temor de que migración nos detenga. Así que les pido por favor que nos ayuden a hacer un un logro para la reforma y nos ayuden a compartir, a ayudar, a que nos puedan ayudar a los agricultores del campo.
Here's Francisco. He says having protection would be a benefit to all farm workers. Play this clip.
Hola, buenas tardes. ¿Cuál es tu nombre?
Buenas tardes. Francisco Cortés Palacios.
Okay. Buenas tardes. ¿Y cuántos años ha trabajado usted en el campo?
En el campo aproximadamente 19 años.
¿Y qué es lo que ha cosechado?
Lechuga, repollo, cilantro, perejil, espinaca, queo, lic, de toda clase de verduras.
Okay. ¿Y qué es un mensaje que usted tendría para el Senado cuando se trata de la legalización para todos los campesinos?
Que sería bueno que aprobaran una reforma migratoria para todos los trabajadores del campo.
Okay. Y si eso llegara a pasar, ¿cómo lo afectaría a usted?
¿Afectaría?
Sí, ¿o beneficiaría a usted?
No, pues beneficiaría porque podría uno ir cada año a México a visitar a la familia. Y andaría uno más tranquilo aquí.
And here from the apple orchards, here's Elena giving just one example of the real and tangible relief a work permit would provide. As the United Farm Workers say, they're committed to keep working and can't miss the opportunity to secure work permits, ability to travel, and relief from deportation. While Trump and MAGA says bloody mass deportations, and now farm groups are like, we need help. Give us the exemptions. Give us. Here, play this clip.
Si yo tuviera un permiso de trabajo, yo iría a ver a mi mamá porque tengo como 30 años que no la miro y mi mayor ilusión es de ver a mi familia y abrazar a mi mamá.
You know, and this comes at the same day, by the way, that Donald Trump announced the 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico, our main trading partners. Where do you think the material comes from to build our homes? Where do you think we get a bunch of our produce from? Canada, Mexico, where do you think it comes from? So now you want to tank our economy. Do you realize this? And when consumers start seeing the prices go up, we better do our job. You do your job. Let's do our job and call out Trump. What are you doing? What the hell is this? I mean, we were warning about this. I don't want people to feel pain. But we have to report what's happening. I'm Ben Meiselas. This is the MeidasTouch Network. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 4 million.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.